Have you ever wondered how modern Britain was shaped? Today, we diving deep into the incredible story of the Windrush generation and how they fundamentally changed this country forever. Picture this, it's post-World War II Britain. The nation is battered, facing massive labor shortages and the monumental task of rebuilding. 1948. The British Nationality Act gave all Commonwealth citizens the right to settle in the UK. This invitation was a call to action, a plea for help. In response, on June 22, 1948, the HMT Empire Windrush docked at Tilbury, carrying hundreds of ambitious individuals from the Caribbean, ready to start a new life and help rebuild the so-called mother country. This was just the beginning. Over the next 2 decades, hundreds of thousands would follow. Their arrival was no accident. It was a necessity. Britain needed them, and their impact was immediate and profound, starting with one of Britain's most cherished institutions, the National Health Service. The NHS was born the very same month the Windrush arrived. It was in desperate need of staff, and it was Caribbean nurses, doctors, porters, and cleaners who answered the call, becoming the backbone of the new health service. They worked long hours, often in challenging conditions, laying the foundation for the NHS we know today. Without their dedication, it simply wouldn't have survived its early years. But their contribution didn't stop there. If you've ever taken a bus in London, ridden the tube, or traveled by rail across the country, you've experienced the legacy of the Windrush generation. They became the friendly faces driving our buses and operating our trains, keeping the country moving. They were instrumental in public transport, ensuring people could get to work, school, and home again. They filled crucial roles in construction, helping to build the houses and infrastructure that Britain so desperately needed after the war. They worked in manufacturing, powering the factories that were vital to the nation's economic recovery. From local councils to public services, they filled the gaps, doing the jobs that were essential for society to function. Economically, their impact was huge. Through decades of hard work, they paid taxes that funded public services for everyone. They were not just temporary workers. They were long-term contributors, building careers and investing their lives in this country. But beyond the economy, they built something even more important: community. They established strong family structures, creating a sense of belonging in a new and often unwelcoming land. Churches became more than just places of worship. They were vital social support networks, community centers, and a source of strength and resilience. They instilled a powerful belief in the value of education, passing on a legacy of aspiration and achievement to their children and grandchildren. Let's talk about culture, because this is where Britain truly came alive. The Windrush generation brought the sounds of the Caribbean to British shores. The infectious rhythms of ska and reggae echoed from sound systems like Saxon Sound and Sir Coxsone Dodd-S, set in Brixton, creating a vibrant new music scene. This musical DNA evolved, influencing everything from dub to two-tone, and even laying the groundwork for genres like grime and jungle. British music would be unrecognizable without it. The aroma of jerk chicken and rice and peas filled the streets, introducing new flavors to the British palate. New words and expressions entered the lexicon, and fashion was infused with a new sense of style and swagger. This cultural injection didn't just exist in its own bubble. It profoundly influenced British youth culture, creating a new hybrid identity that was exciting and dynamic. But their journey was far from easy. They faced overt racism and systemic discrimination. From signs that read, "No blacks, no dogs, no Irish," to being denied jobs and housing, they endured immense hardship. Yet, they didn't just endure it, they challenged it. They fought for their rights in the workplace and in society, contributing significantly to the civil rights movement in Britain. Their struggle paved the way for vital legislation, like the Race Relations Acts, which aimed to outlaw discrimination. Many had even served in the British military during the wars, fighting for a country that did not always fight for them in return. The entrepreneurial spirit of the Windrush generation also reshaped the economic landscape. They opened small businesses, grocery stores, barbershops, restaurants that not only served their communities, but also enriched the wider society. They became homeowners, landlords, and professionals, contributing to the expansion of Britain's middle class. Their presence helped to globalize Britain, strengthening its ties with the Commonwealth and forcing it to confront its own identity as a multicultural nation. The legacy of Windrush is all around us in modern Britain. It's in our hospitals, on our streets, in our music charts, and on our dinner plates. It's a legacy of resilience, contribution, and profound change. However, this story also has a painful chapter: the Windrush scandal. In recent years, it came to light that many from that generation, who had lived and worked in Britain for their entire lives, were wrongly detained, denied legal rights, and even deported. This heartbreaking injustice revealed how their contributions had been forgotten or ignored by the very country they helped to build. It sparked a national conversation about history, identity, and the debt owed to this pioneering generation. It's a stark reminder of a simple truth. In 1948, Britain needed the people of the Windrush generation far more than they needed Britain. They came not just to work, but to build a better future for themselves and for this nation. They succeeded, and in doing so, they didn't just change Britain, they helped create the Britain we live in today. Their story is a fundamental part of the British story. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as powerful as I do, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the history that shapes our world. See you next time.